Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hardacre Farm.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to this Saturday edition of Thoroughbred Action here from Gulfstream Park. In fact, not at Gulfstream per se, racetrack that is. We're at Haagen-Dazs, one of my favorite places in the village. Before I sit down and have a little snack, we've got some business to take care of. 12 races on this Saturday afternoon here in August. So Pete Aiello's coming up next with much, much more.
An action-packed Saturday afternoon with 12 races in total, beautiful weather conditions for horse racing, a fast main track, and a firm turf course with temperatures in the upper 80s. First of the day over the main track, starter allowance optional claiming event. Price tag here was $10,000. A field of 8, the favorite was the 1, Kinane.
Racing at Gulfstream. Good start for Chepstow and a good start for Indian Scout. They're the first two to begin. Diamond Square sent along from his outside gate. Racing away there in fourth is Kinane, back to fifth, and Dizzy Gillespie, then chiseled. The two at the back are Good and Proper and Cheech Thunder. Out of the chute they run, and up front the leader is Chepstow, 3 parts of a length. Here's Dizzy Gillespie moving through on his inside now to be second. Back to third is Indian Scout ahead of Diamond Square fourth. Racing from fifth early is Chiseled, and Kinane is down at the rail. 3 better than Cheech Thunder, who's in the frame today, and the trailer is Good and Proper. 23 and 4 for an opening quarter speed, less than 5 furlongs to go. At 7-2, it's Chepstow on top, a length and a quarter. Dizzy Gillespie, the nearest pursuer, second. Indian Scout third. Back to fourth and asked to quicken Diamond Square. Then at the inside and moving forward is Chiseled. Kinane's got an awful tall task ahead of him. He's dropped better than 9 lengths off the lead. Now set down by Jonathan Gonzalez to try to get a rally going. 3 better than Cheech Thunder. The trailer is Good and Proper, and the leader is now Dizzy Gillespie. Dizzy Gillespie to the top of the stretch, leads by a neck, but Chepstow up for a fight and battles back second. 3 clear of Kinane third. From the back and Cheech Thunder after 3 quarters. In 1:10 flat, they arrive at the top of the stretch. Chepstow back for more inside of Dizzy Gillespie. Kinane charging hard down the center and back to fourth, Cheech Thunder. Final eighth of a mile. Kinane just keeps coming, and Kinane has now overhauled Dizzy Gillespie and Chepstow. Cheech Thunder for a slice, but the favorite's a winner. Kinane to win it by a length in the end. Dizzy Gillespie second, Cheech Thunder third. Chepstow ran fourth in 1:36 and 1.
Number 1, Kinane, certainly stamping himself as one of the more honest campaigners here at South Florida. He fires each and every time. He was on a long, sustained run from the back today and got the job done under Jonathan Gonzalez for trainer Tammy Levy and owners Walter Freilich and the IAB stables. Second, 7, Dizzy Gillespie. Third was the 4, Cheech Thunder. To the second race and the start of the early pick 4, 1 mile and 1/16 over the turf. Claimers in for $16,000. Scratch the 4 and the 11, a field of 9. Off-time favorites included number 6, JR's Holiday, and number 10, Bingo, Bango, Bongo.
And they're off. From the center, Powerline, as expected, breaks right on the money and goes looking for a clear advantage from Flow Motion, who races from second. Perfect Tay away in the top flight, and Seuss is next. Perfect Tay is now floated a bit wide and taken back. Saving ground toward the rail, that's Unicat to race into the top flight of horses. In between runners goes JR's Holiday as they bend into that first turn. Loose up top, Powerline leads by 3.5. Flow Motion is second, Seuss is third, Unicat fourth. JR's Holiday is back to fifth. Saving ground is Trouble in Phoenix. Out 3 wide on the course is Perfect Tay ahead of Billy Big, and the 10-year-old Bingo, Bango, Bongo is last of all as Powerline leads by a length and a half. It's Alvaro Doniz and Powerline through a 23 and 3 opening quarter leads by a length. Flow Motion is second on the flank of the leader. 3 wide third is Seuss. Unicat is next. Then JR's Holiday. Trouble in Phoenix has a rail run. Racing ahead of Perfect Tay and Billy Big. Getting started while 3 wide at the back is Bingo, Bango, Bongo as they went the opening half mile in 48 and 3. There's half a mile to run in the race. The leader is Powerline. Flow Motion goes on the attack and goes on the attack right now. These two now shoulder to shoulder, 5 ahead of Unicat, who tries to spoil the party from third. Back to fourth is Seuss. Trouble in Phoenix has an inside lane and tries to quicken. 3 wide in JR's Holiday, then Billy Big, who finds his best stride and comes on next after 3 quarters in 1:12 and 1. They're at the top of the stretch. Flow Motion wheels off the corner, 3 on top. Back to second is Powerline. Down the center, Billy Big with JR's Holiday. Final eighth of a mile. Flow Motion still clear. JR's Holiday shifting ground. Billy Big on the outside. Billy Big with a late push. Billy Big's gonna get it. It's Billy Big going away. Flow Motion holds on for second, I think, ahead of JR's Holiday third, then Trouble in Phoenix in 1:43 and 1.
Nice stretch kick today from the son of Royal Applause. Number 8, Billy Big, comes rolling from the back and gets up to win going away under jockey Oscar Ujola for trainer Juan Arriagada and owners Michael McEnroe, Steve Hassig, and Juan Arriagada. Number 2, Flow Motion, appeared to have it all locked up but had to settle for second ahead of number 6, JR's Holiday, who ran third.
Welcome to my playground. To my playground. To my playground. You wanna play nice, here we go. To my playground.
Back now for the third race of the afternoon, the start of another pick 3, 5 furlongs over the main track. Maiden claimers in for $35,000. A field of 9 signed on. Favorites included 2, Persimmon Pass, and 6, Dream On Jilly.
And they're off. Slowly away was JP's Rose. Quickly away was Me Gusta Papi, who fires right to the top and opens 2 on Dream On Jilly, who moves to be second. Up on the outside, bright side of the road is away well. She's now third. Back to fourth, Persimmon Pass. Then comes Tong Shu. 3 wide is Begin. 4 back to With Me, Without Me, who's dropped better than 9 lengths off the lead. The 2 at the back are toward the inside, JP's Rose and Juan Andorra. Around the far turn they go. With the advantage, it's Me Gusta Papi, but only by a head. Up on the outside, Dream On Jilly is now second. 3 wide. Begin starts to launch an attack from third. Persimmon passes back to fourth. Then bright side of the road, and they're at the top of the stretch. Edgard Zayas and Dream On Jilly now click clear to a 3-length lead. Begin's going to try to get into second. Persimmon Pass is going to try to get into third, but nobody's catching Dream On Jilly. Dream On Jilly, the daughter of Overanalyze, comes fully loaded today. She'll win it as much as she wants by 8 in the end. Begin was second. Persimmon Pass third. With Me, Without Me came from way back to finish fourth in 58 and 1.
Number 6, Dream On Jilly, took a lot of money at the windows, and that was smart money as the daughter of Overanalyze humbles the competition in her career unveiling under jockey Edgard Zayas for trainer Ralph Nix and owners Roroma Stable. It was 5, Begin second, and 2, Persimmon Pass. The Louisiana Invader had to settle for third. To the fourth race now on the start of a pick 3. Maiden claimers at 1 mile over the main track. Price tag here, $10,000. Field of 12 signed on. Favorites included 9, Our Baby Driver, and 12, A Ghost to the Post.
And they're off. Bounced around and shuffled the last was Clear Sky. A Ghost to the Post wins the break and goes looking for the lead. Our Baby Driver has speed on the stretch out. Down at the inside, Home Power is moving closer with Nation USA. Dixie Mambo moves up to take 5th. Just to his outside is Cape Marco Drive. Here's Clear Sky rushing up after a subpar beginning. Loose Note is next. Capgun follows them, a length better than El Manuel, then Canaris and Diablo Rojo. 24 and 3 for the opening quarter speed. Down the backstretch they go. At 80 to 1, it's Home Power in front by a length. Our Baby Driver is a joint second alongside Nation USA. Dixie Mambo is parked at the rail, and Montalvo tries to secure racing room for him. He's up into third. Back to 5th is Clear Sky. Then to the outside and moving up is A Ghost to the Post alongside El Manuel. They're in tandem and both starting to move forward through a 47 and 4.5 mile. 2 back to Capgun, then Loose Note from between horses Cape Marco Drive as they round the far turn. 3/8 of a mile to go, and the leader now is Our Baby Driver. He'll have to deal with A Ghost to the Post, who's on the outside and right after the leader second. 2 back to Dixie Mambo in third, then Nation USA. Canaris winds it up from the back with a 1/4 mile left to go. On the outside, A Ghost to the Post has now overhauled the leader. Our Baby Driver, who's back to second and trying to kick for more. It's a gap of 3 to Dixie Mambo with 1/8 of a mile to go. Our Baby Driver is back for more inside of A Ghost to the Post, who still has the lead. A Ghost to the Post in front by a length and a 1/4. Our Baby Driver doing everything he can, but he can't stay with A Ghost to the Post, who's a 6 to 1 winner. Second, Our Baby Driver. Up third was Loose Note, then Dixie Mambo, and 139 and 3.
Number 12, A Ghost to the Post, wears down a stubborn Our Baby Driver to get the maiden diploma here today under jockey Sammy Camacho for trainer Dave Casson and owner David Alter. It was 9, Our Baby Driver, who fired but was second best, ahead of a big long shot at number 8, Loose Note, who got up late to finish third. To the fifth race now. It was the start of the middle pick 4, a mile and a 16th over the turf. Claimers in for $10,000. A field of 10 signed on. Heavily favored, number 5, False Accusation.
And they're off. The favorite False Accusation breaks right on the money and goes looking for a clear advantage, but here's Mr. Miserable quickly up to go after the leader early. Down at the inside, Sanad comes away in the top flight. They're 3 across the course here as they charge to the first turn. Away racing in fourth is Mota 10, then Arpanella and Escribiente. Mosca is next toward the rail. A gap of 3 to Sweets. The 2 at the back are Cleve and Grand Network. What was 3 is now 2, as False Accusation still has a pace rival and Mr. Miserable on the outside. They've worked 2.5 back to Sanad, who's taken in hand third, with Motatan fourth. Back to fifth and Arpanella, then Mosca, a half a length in front of Escribiente, who's mid-flight, 3 clear of Sweets. Still at the back are Cleve and Grand Network. The opening quarter mile was a quick and contentious 23-1 as they head to the half-mile point. False Accusation has been dogged every step of the way by Mr. Miserable on the outside. Back to third is Sanad down at the inside in Motatan. Arpanella's on her 8th in the yellow blinkers, needing racing room with Mosca next, then Escribiente. The 3 at the back remain Sweets, Cleve, and Grand Network. They leave the backstretch and move around the far turn. The opening half mile was 48-2. Up front, the leader is still False Accusation, but he has to fight to hold it. Arpanella 3 wide and on a blitz right to the front. Escribiente moved with him 4 wide, and these 2 have kicked on. The favorite has dropped anchor, and they're at the top of the stretch. Here's Escribiente out in the center of the race course, set down by Jonathan Gonzalez to challenge for the top. Mosca through on the inside. From between horses, Arpanella running home is Sweets. Less than 1/8 of a mile to go. Arpanella tough between horses and sticks the neck in front. Back to second, Escribiente. Here's Sweets late on the scene. Arpanella springs the upset. Sweets was up for second. I think Escribiente holds on third. Then Mosca in 144-3.
Favorite no good in today's fifth race. His False Accusation had all the starch taken out of him in the early stages of this one. He fails to fire inside the final quarter of a mile. The upset win goes to 8, Arpanella, under strong driving from jockey Nick Juarez for trainer Jose Garofalo and the Grupo 7C Racing Stable. Second, 4, Sweets at a huge price ahead of number 9, Escribiente, who ran third. We move now to race number 6 of the afternoon, a very nice maiden special weight event, 4.5 furlongs to the first finish line for $65,000. Scratch the 1, Shrew Grit, 6 to the gate. The favorite was the 7, Our Boy Bodie.
And they're off. Blowing the start was Fireman Fred. Making the start was Running for Riz, who moves to a 1.5 length lead. On the outside, Our Boy Bodie now moves to be second. Back to third is Cash on Hand. Away in fourth is Unequal, then Hard Bell, and at the back is Fireman Fred. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn, less than 3 furlongs to the first finish line. Running for Riz leads the way a 1.25 lengths. Our Boy Bodie is an all-in second. Toward the outside, Unequal is a 3 wide third. These 3 have gone well clear of the others, led by Hard Bell, who's around Cash on Hand. Still at the back is Fireman Fred, and still up front is Running for Riz. 21-4 for an opening quarter speed. They're at the top of the stretch. Running for Riz wheels off the turn, 3 on top. Unequal is still second. Our Boy Bodie's going to try to hold on to third from an oncoming Cash on Hand. To the first wire they go, with Running for Riz in front every step of the way. Running for Riz wins easily. Second was Unequal. It's close for third, but I think Cash on Hand nips Our Boy Bodie in 51-3.
Number 2, Running for Riz, proves his debut was no fluke. He fired big time in the debut, fires even bigger here this afternoon as he goes gate to wire in very nice fashion under jockey Miguel Vasquez for trainer Sal Santoro and owner Lena Resnick. Second, 6, Unequal. Long late for third was number 3, Cash on Hand. Time for a commercial break. Still to come, the Rainbow Six sequence. We move to the turf when thoroughbred action continues right after this.
And Go Zipper is pulling away. Go Zipper blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Go Zipper kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Back now for race number 7 on the program. It was the start of today's Rainbow Six, a mile over the turf course. Starter allowance optional claiming event. Price tag here $16,000. A field of 10 signed on. Favorite was the 7 till the end.
And they're off. From the center, Gray Dude gets the first call. Here's Just the Facts on the outside with speed. Street Code away in the top flight. He'll land third. Fourth early is What Power. Then comes Son of Oahu. It's a length and a half back to Could Be, who's 3 wide. Whiskey Train's in the 2-path. Down at the inside goes Street Code. Second last early, and about 5 lengths off the lead is Till the End, and Porter Street is last. Around the first turn they go. Gray Dude has inside position and a narrow lead. Up on the outside and now second is Just the Facts. 2 better than Flashy Chelsea third. Up on the outside fourth is What Power. He's about 4 lengths off the lead. Then saving ground, Son of Oahu. To his outside goes Could Be in the red silks and 5 lengths off the top. A length and a half in front of Whiskey Train. Then Street Code. A length and a half to Till the End. And the trailer is Porter Street. The opening quarter mile complete in 23 and 3 as they head to the half-mile point. With the advantage, Gray Dude a length and a quarter. Just the Facts second, Flashy Chelsea is third. What Power is now racing in fourth toward the inside, Son of Oahu. 2 back to Could Be. Then Whiskey Train, who's called it a day, passed by Street Code and Till the End, and still nothing from Porter Street. That's the 10 of them as they round the far turn with 3 furlongs left to go. Flashy Chelsea up to take the lead now from a retreating Gray Dude second. Into the clear, Son of Oahu in range and running on from third. Till the End is wide, but circling horses and on the move. Porter Street tries to kick it in from last, and they're at the top of the stretch. Son of Oahu on the outside of Flashy Chelsea at the 8th pole. Street Code is now launching a bid with Till the End and Porter Street. Final 1/8 of a mile. Son of Oahu strong up front, kicks to a 2-length lead. Flashy Chelsea is second, and that's where he'll run to the winner, Son of Oahu. Second, Flashy Chelsea. Third, Till the End. Fourth, Street Code. Then Porter Street and What Power in 135 and 2.
Number 3, Son of Oahu, springs a 15-1 upset, winning very nicely under jockey Jose Bautista. He proves his last was no fluke as he takes his game to a new level for trainer Yvonne Belsor, owner Bruno Schickendans. Second, number 1, Flashy Chelsea. He continues to hold his form well, ahead of the 7 Till the End, who ran third. Let's turn our attention now to the 8th race and the start of today's Late Pick 5. 6.5 furlongs the journey. Claimers in for $6,250. A field of 10 signed on. Favorite on the barn change, number 4, Right On.
And they're off. She nailed it, one of the first to break the line. Here's the favorite, Right On, moving to challenge. Derby Day Darling away in the top flight, and Fontanaza now lands third. Back to 5th is Lucille Bull, then comes Bun Bun, 2.5 in front of Aunt Betty with Wiggle It, Jiggle It. Mama Tries is second last, and the early trailer is Casual Caro. Down the backstretch they go. They're chasing the speed of Derby Day Darling, who kicks to a length and a half lead. Fontanaza and Right On together second and third. Back to 4th, She Nailed It. Then Bun Bun. Lucille Bull's lost a couple of spots. 3 clear of Aunt Betty. Then Mama Tries and Wiggle It, Jiggle It. Casual Caro is still last of the 10 with less than 3 furlongs to run. The opening quarter was rock solid, 22 and 4 as they run to the top of the stretch. Up front, Derby Day Darling tackled by Right On, and Right On now puts a neck in front. Fontanaza's 3 wide and losing her pitch a bit. 3 better than She's Nailed It. Then it's a gap of 2.5 to Bun Bun and Lucille Bull. Right On threatens to blow this wide open. Right On off the top of the turn, leads by 4. Derby Day Darling is still second. Out in the center is Fontanaza. From between horses, She Nailed It. Late run inside for a slice from Wiggle It, Jiggle It, but Right On is kicked away with authority. It's all about Right On for Zerpa and Jaramillo. All aboard the betting choice. Right On, an easy winner. She Nailed It second, Fontanaza third, then Derby Day Darling and Aunt Betty in 117 flat.
Trainer Gilberto Zerpa has been nothing short of a magic man when making claims this meet, and he wins again with a new acquisition. This time it's number 4, Right On, who gets the money, easily in fact, under jockey Misael Jaramillo for Soldi Stables and Araguani Stables. 9, She Nailed It was up for second. 7, Fontanaza, a bit weary late. She had to settle for third. To the 9th race now, and the start of today's Late Pick 4, a mile on turf. Allowance optional claiming runners. These are fillies and mares. Scratch number 1, Prado Vision, 10 to the gate, and this was a wide open betting race.
And they're off. Awkward getaway at the back for Colonel's Daughter, and actually a worse beginning for Terry's Big Heart, who's out of the irons. It was a good start out wide for Vendita, who hits the ground running, and Vendita strides to a 3-length lead. Nile Rising moves to be second. Sweet Story is at the rail third. Out 3 wide on the course is Heavenly Grace. Snurvana's between horses. Then it's a length back to Starship Tribbles, who settles mid-flight, working 2.5 lengths clear of Colonel's Daughter. Parked on her outside is La Vie Ross. And then at the back of the field are both Aquemini and Terry's Big Heart, who lost the irons at the start of the race. Appears to have them back now, though, through an opening quarter in 25 seconds flat. So Vendita gets to carve her own fraction. She leads the way comfortably by 2 and tries to back it down even more. Nile Rising second, Sweet Story is third. Up on the outside, that's Heavenly Grace from 4th. Moving to be 5th is Snurvana between horses. Now making a big move from the back. That's Terry's Big Heart. She's to the outside of a rail-running Starship Tribbles. Then a length and a half to La Vie Ross, 3 better than Colonel's Daughter, and still nothing from Aquemini. 50 and 4 for a half-mile speed. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Vendita has the lead with Nile Rising second. Heavenly Grace and Sweet Story both ready to launch attacks. Sweet Story still covered up, held up, and needs some place to go. Starship Tribbles needs to get out from behind her. Trying to go 4 wide is Snurvana. From the back and La Vie Ross. This is completely up for grabs. Sweet Story lost her spot as they wheel in. Up front, Vendita tries to re-break. Starship Tribbles to the attack now, and Sweet Story from between. They try to get to Vendita with 1/8 of a mile to go. Vendita a length and a half. Starship Tribbles, Sweet Story both lifting. This is going to get really close. They come to the wire. Vendita, Starship Tribbles, Vendita! Vendita turned away stretch challengers from Starship Tribbles and Sweet Story third in 1:38 and 1.
Big time stretch battle inside the final furlong, but in the end, number 11, Vendita, refused to yield and gets the narrow victory under jockey Romero Mirage for trainer Pat Biancone and DP Racing. 6, Starship Tribbles kicked on, but it was outfinished, while second ahead of the 5, Sweet Story, who ran third. To the 10th race now, on the start of the late pick 3, 6 furlongs of the journey, maidens of the 2-year-old variety. These are Florida-bred horses. A field of 12 signed on. Off-time favorites included the 2, Jamaican, and the 6, Homeboy.
And they're off. Last in, first out. Sold at War gets the first call, but there's a host of pursuers. Florida Two-Step moves out the rail to challenge, and Loudon Song away in the top flight. Micah Man makes it a party with Chinamato back in 4th. Now 5th after winning the start is Sold at War. Down at the inside goes both Jamaican and Arago. Then comes Homeboy. Racing ahead of Get It On and Golden Line of, who's 2.5 in front of Honolulu Express, and last is So Nifty. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn, 22 and 2 for the opening quarter speed. Florida Two-Step sharp so far and leads Chinamato 3 parts of a length. Racing in third is Loudon Song, set down driving by Zayas. Then ahead of Arago, Homeboy begins to run home. Homeboy's in the white blinkers, set down by Sanchez and moving now to be 4th as they run past the quarter-mile pole. Jamaican needs out from behind horses with Micah Man and Get It On as they're at the top of the stretch. Homeboy continues to charge hard while very wide on the course as Chinamato just took the lead. From the back in Micah Man, Florida Two-Step hangs around for a slice, final 1/8 of a mile. Chinamato on the outside, Homeboy. And Homeboy with big strides, the son of Brethren, powers clear late. Homeboy in front. Second is Chinamato. It's close after that. Micah Man photos with Florida Two-Step in 1:12 and 1.
Valuable experience proved a winning edge for number 6, Homeboy, in today's 10th race. He launched an attack from mid-flight and kicked away in the lane under jockey Jeffrey Sanchez for trainer Stanley Gold and the Arundel Farm. 5, Chinamato second, 1, Florida Two-Step ran third. Time for a commercial break. When we come back, we'll bring you the Saturday feature race. Barely Even right after this.
A passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hardacre Farm. Founded by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hardacre Farm, based in Ocala, continues its tradition of success. From the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park, Hardacre Farm. From the breeding shed to the racetrack, in pursuit of producing the best.
We're back now for race number 11 on the program, the first half of the late daily double, the feature race of the day, the Barely Even overnight stakes, 1 mile the trip for $75,000. A field of 9 signed on. Favorites included 7, Weekend Mischief, and 9, Spanish Harlem.
Racing and the Barely Even. Good start out wide for Spanish Harlem from the center. Faith and Hope has speed. Weekend Mischief looks for forward position. And up quickly, here's Motivate up to challenge for the top. At the rail, it's Magali. Motivate wanting to get out of touch and has the lead only narrowly. Right on her outside, Faith and Hope is right there second. First distinction in the red blinkers now joins the vanguard, and Magali is down toward the rail. 4 long shots going pretty quickly through the opening quarter, away from Spanish Harlem, who's back fifth. That's a gap of 3 to Weekend Mischief, who settles in 6, but she's better than 7 or 8 lengths off the lead. And she's well clear of Ula Gal, who's third last. The 2 at the back are Amaluna and My Cousin Martha. Fast pace, 23-2 to the opening quarter station as they go to the half-mile point. First distinction has a neck in front. Motivate 3 wide, Magali at the rail. 4 wide, Faith and Hope. Opening half-mile, 45-4. Now racing in fifth is Spanish Harlem, getting ready to tack on. It's a gap of 5 to Ula Gal, who just ran right by Weekend Mischief. My Cousin Martha and Amaluna both have pace to chase, but they're still double digits behind with less than 5/16 to run. Faith and Hope comes away with the lead after that opening half-mile from the outside. Spanish Harlem is up to second. Ula Gao is next. Weekend Mischief running home. My Cousin Martha's on her back, and they're at the top of the stretch. Spanish Harlem settles into the lane now, 2 on top. Ula Gao trying to get into second and track down the leader. Late run from Amaluna from a mile back. Weekend Mischief is next, and from between horses, My Cousin Martha. Through it all, Spanish Harlem is still there. It's Spanish Harlem in front. Ula Gal second, My Cousin Martha third, then Amaluna and Weekend Mischief in 1:36-1.
Favorite gets the job done in today's 11th race is number 9, Spanish Harlem. Stalks a very fast early pace and holds off the closers to get the money under Amisael Jaramillo. His second winner today, this one for Armando de la Cerda and Midwest Thoroughbreds. 6, Ula Gal rolled for second, and the 4, My Cousin Martha, had some traffic to overcome. Closed a lot of late ground to get up for third. To the 12th and final race now over the turf at 1 mile. Maiden claimers in for $12,500. Scratch the 1, 2, 13, 14, 15, and 16. A field of 10. This was a wide open big race.
And runners away. Good start out wide for Not Nice, who moves for an early lead. In between horses, Rigel's Halo is up to challenge, and down inside, Peggotty comes away in the top flight. She'll land fourth. Winnie is very keen while in the line blinkers trying to settle down. Out wide on the course is Soroa. Rate of return is 3 wide and just to her inside. Then comes 3 questions. At the inside in Shirley Temple, she saved ground to draw within only 2.5 lengths of the lead as the field is tightly knit. The 2 at the back are Casimira and Boastful Contessa. Around the first turn they go. Up front, Rigel's Halo and Nick Juarez have them stacked and packed and lead the way now by 1.25 lengths. Not Nice is there second. Out at the inside and racing from third is Peggotty. In between horses, it's Winnie. Out 3 wide, Soroa. Then it's an improving run from Shirley Temple with 3 questions between horses. Out 3 wide on the course and losing ground, rate of return. Down inside, that's Boastful Contessa. Casimira is at the back. Still not far from first to last. No more than 6 lengths as they go to the opening half-mile speed. They got there in 50-2 as they swing to the far turn. Not Nice turns up the pressure, goes on the attack, and Not Nice takes a clear advantage. Winnie tries to get after a second. That's all for Rigel's Halo. 3 questions in the green colors, now 3 wide and on the attack from third. Peggotty runs right with her. Then it's a gap of 4 to Boastful Contessa, and they're at the top of the stretch. Not Nice has 2 challengers. Peggotty from between. 3 questions on the outside. Then back fourth and Winnie, and then on the far outside, Soroa. They're at the top of the stretch. Peggotty set down driving between horses to take the lead. 3 questions on the outside trying to get into second, then Not Nice and Winnie. Final 1/8 of a mile. Peggotty by 1.5 lengths. 3 questions is second, but she can't get to Peggotty, who's the Saturday finale winner. Second, 3 questions. Third, Not Nice, then Winnie and Boastful Contessa.
Number 4, Peggotty, as the second choice, has the best stretch kick and gets the diploma today under jockey Miguel Vasquez for trainer Terry Pompey and owner Joan Egan. Second, number 6, 3 questions, and third was number 10, Not Nice. Plenty of winners in the Rainbow Six, however, no winners in the Super High Five, so we'll have carryovers in both the Super High Five and the Rainbow Six when racing resumes tomorrow at 12:45.
And that's it. I am about to order mint chocolate chip, maybe a little cookie dough as well. I haven't quite decided. I might do a scoop of each, maybe 2 scoops of each. Hope you enjoyed this show tonight here at Gulfstream Park, and we do it all again tomorrow with the 12-race Sunday card that gets underway at about 12:45 p.m. I'm off to have some ice cream. See you tomorrow.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day, hit the hay. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.